Hello everyone. In today's podcast number 6, I will be speaking about the applied model to monitor and analyze Six Sigma acceptance process within an organization. In the previous podcast, I explained the basic concepts related to an individual's perception. We need them because the adopted model, which we'll use to check whether there has been an increase in acceptance of Lean Six Sigma since the launch of the pilot program, uses these constructs. Let us remember that behind this model there are relevant theories related to perception. If you are interested in deepening your knowledge in this area, as always, I refer you to the relevant literature. I will not explain this background in this podcast, but you have to be clear that behind every model there is a theory. Any model without theory doesn't make sense. Okay. On the left side of the model, there are input factors which we call the model's exogenous variables, resulting from aspects of the implementation of the Lean Six Sigma conception and the characteristic features of organizations that have taken up the challenge of implementing this methodology of improvements. External factors were classified into three subgroups: organizational and process characteristics, system and technological characteristics, and personal characteristics of the participant. The identified external factors determining the structure of the model of acceptance for Lean Six Sigma solutions by users were verified at alpha level of 0.05 using the main study. So the model, as I said before, has been scientifically validated. These factors are, and as I said, they are included in these three characteristics: strategy, process management, change management, training, management involvement, practices maintaining the Lean Six Sigma program and its development, selection of projects, availability of resources, the MAIC complied with and supervised, previous knowledge in the field of improvement techniques, previous knowledge in the field of statistics, and personal openness to apply new ideas and practices. So, operationalization of factors, of variables, is crucial in every study. You will find definitions of these factors in my book. For instance, what does it mean, strategy? It's not only that the company should have strategy, but is the Six Sigma included in the strategy? How is it important? What does it support? What the organization want to achieve by applying Six Sigma? Everything has to be clearly stated there. Otherwise, Six Sigma is becoming another tool. Okay. Change management. Change management is something independent to Six Sigma. Six Sigma implementation is a kind of change. So if you want to implement that change, you need to have first change management in place. If you don't have, please apply first before you decided to run Six Sigma program. And process management is another example. If your organization is not managed by processes, then you have to apply first process management. Otherwise, please do not run any Six Sigma program. Okay, so understanding of the factors is really basic and mandatory to deal with this model. Analyzing more this model, we can find two key beliefs were identified that play the main role in the model. Perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use. The first belief is defined as the degree to which the user is convinced that using a particular system will increase his or her work efficiency, while the second term is defined as the degree to which the user is convinced that using a particular system will be easy. How to collect data for analysis? An appropriately constructed questionnaire serves this purpose. Responses are collected using a 7-point Likert scale, while 1 means I strongly disagree, 2 I disagree, 3 I somewhat disagree, 4 I neither agree nor disagree, 5 I somewhat agree, 6 I agree, and 7 I completely agree. To analyze the collected data, in the discussed case, the structural equation modeling methodology with the maximum likelihood estimator, which is offered by many specialized statistical programs, was used. Covariance-based SEM with ML estimator is the most commonly used SEM method, which copes well with failure to meet the assumption of normality of multivariate distribution, although it requires relatively large sample. Number of points has to be larger than 250 in our case. 250, somebody can say it's a lot, indeed, it's a limitation, maybe even expensive to do such diagnostics, but on the other hand, if we have a lot of data, then we basically deal better with non-normality problem, and also by applying wide 7-point Likert scale, we basically we deal with non-continuous data, but we have in fact quasi-continuous data, and then we can proceed with special advanced statistical analysis tools to understand what is behind the data. So it is for something, it is well taught that we need this set of data, so it has been considered to be optimal for every organization. I will discuss in next podcast how to do this, how to analyze, and we'll tell you a couple of words about structural equation modeling, because we need to apply this advanced tool to analyze this set of data. As always, I encourage you to read books on this subject. Hear you next time.